Hey everyone, I'm going to go through each card individually and then I'm going to give you the overall meaning of everything together. This is what the month of December 2019 has in store for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The underlying energy for the month is this Nine of Swords. With the Nine of Swords, this speaks of anxiety, hopelessness, trauma, depression, obsessing over the things that are not working out, the things that worry you and keep you up at night, giving you nightmares. Sometimes I like to say making a mountain out of a molehill. Molehill. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Making a mountain out of a molehill. There we go. I think I got it that time, you guys. All right. So with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is a loss of balance or feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you're not wanting to commit to a lot of things. It might be a good choice not to commit to a lot of things because it can throw you out of balance. This can also be overspending, blowing too much money or giving too much of your resources to something. All right, next we have the Eight of Cups. And with the Eight of Cups, this is walking away from something, leaving something behind. It's disillusionment, like you're not emotionally fulfilled. It's lacking fulfillment. Maybe you've built something up or whatever this is, and it's like, I'm not really happy or satisfied with that. It's not really doing it for me. I need something else. I need to move on to something else. And leaving these things behind that no longer serve you. And moving on to new beginnings elsewhere. Seeking out newer or better things. It could be as simple as leaving a home, changing a job, new living arrangements, a project of some sort that you've decided I don't want to deal with that no more. All right, next we have the Page of Swords, and this is air energy. Sometimes it can represent children. So if it is a child, it could be an air sign, which would possibly be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But if it's not a child, this is messages. This is a mental energy, something that sparks you to ask questions, to have that enlightened moment where you wake up and realize something. It could be like just a new mental energy, like you've had problems thinking on something or birthing ideas, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm ready to go again. I'm ready to move forward, getting these things in motion, getting the wheels turning. This can also do with messages, speaking, podcasting, phone calls, anything to do with the mind and speaking, or the mouth, I should say. All right, next we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, this can be giving up or feeling overwhelmed or a lack of confidence, like you're backing down. Maybe you can't always win everyone over. And sometimes it can be drawing a line in the sand, like enough is enough. It's kind of like, let's agree to disagree type of thing. I'm done with it. All right, next we have the Tower in reverse. And this is a disaster avoided sometimes. And sometimes it can also mean that it's worse. All right. It just usually depends on the surrounding cards. But this can also be delaying disaster or a fear of suffering. And this can even mean initiating the change yourself, like questioning your values, questioning purposes, beliefs, what's going on. Because usually this is something built on false beliefs. So it's like maybe you're questioning somebody or somebody's actions or your own actions or a situation. You're questioning what's going on, really getting down to it, finding out what's authentic to you as well. And initiating a spiritual change. Or an enlightenment. It can be that too. All right, next we have the King of Swords. And with the King of Swords, this is air energy. So it could possibly be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is someone who is like the boss figure, the authority figure, the power behind the throne type. I shouldn't say power behind the throne. This is the power sitting on the throne. This is someone who has clear vision. They're precise. They're logical. But if this is not a person, then this is saying to you that you need to have your head over your heart. You need to seek out truth. Be disciplined. It encourages you to use logic to navigate the situations that you're dealing with and to make well-researched decisions. This is also, again, talking about power. This is the master of one's emotions. Sometimes this is like not letting your heart get involved. You know, it's not time for lovey-dovey or sentimental stuff. It's like business. Get down to business. Let's figure this out. All right, next we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. This can be confusion. Not a time to make decisions. You need to think things through properly. You need to do baby steps trying to figure out something. You know, don't rush into something. Sometimes it can represent being unsure and maybe chaos. All right, next we have the Six of Swords. And with the Six of Swords, this is transition. This is leaving behind, moving on. Sometimes you can be sad about the things that you have to leave behind, but you have to understand that better things are ahead. This could also just point to moving or traveling. Even traveling by water, it could be a long journey or a long process. Okay, next we have the Ten of Swords. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, this can be like things just can't simply get any worse. You know, it's like we hit the bottom, can't do no worse than this. Let's only look upwards from here. Let's go upwards from here. Let's move on from this. And it is the end of a cycle because tens represent the end. So that means there is a new beginning, a start anew, start afresh. It can also be that like something wasn't meant to be and you just have to leave it alone and just be like, you know, that's done. Let's move on from it. And it's like with this too, you need to learn to trust in yourself. You've came through harshness and stuff, and it's like you've got to make plans and find solutions to whatever you've dealt with and move forward. All right, so there you're going to have I think it's something in December, or it was the whole month of December or a specific time December. I don't know. Everybody's on a different timeline, and this is general. But there is going to be worry or anxiety, or there's something that's going to be eating at you that you just like, what in the world is going on? And it's like really bugging you. Something's not settling with you. It's really making you anxious. And that's what this card is about. And it could be something minute and you're just really blowing it out of proportion. And it could just simply mean that you just can't figure something out. Like I really just don't understand what's going on. And you worry, you're being a worry wart about it. So, that you're overwhelmed right now because there's decisions or there's something going on that you can't figure out and you don't know which way to go. Or you also might be avoiding the fact that you need to move on and leave something behind. Maybe you can't take something on, or you just not wanting to deal with. It could be a person. It could be an air sign that you're dealing with. It could be that specific, since there's air energy here. There is a lot of air energy actually. So I do have to say this is all a mental aspect for you. It could just be as simple as knowing that your life needs to change, or there's certain things in your life that need change, and you may be resisting it and fighting it because you're unsure of what's to come and unsure of the direction. But it's like, okay, I know I need to move on, and I know that I got to close that chapter of my life and move forward, and I need to quit fighting myself about it. I need to get a clear vision and figure out what I want to do next. I have to initiate the change instead of avoiding it. And it could be as simple as that. And it could be further into detail. It could be, like I said, there could be someone or a few people that you're involved with. You're going up against opposition, and it could be someone, a boss figure, or like I said, an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. It could be you're going up against an authority figure, or it could be against a lawyer or police officer. And it could just simply mean that some kind of chaos comes up, maybe an argument, or, you know, maybe you're overwhelmed by something and maybe an argument gets out of hand and it's a little chaotic. And it's like, you know, all hell breaks loose, and it's like, I'm wanting to leave. I want to get away from this. I'm not happy with this, you know, standing up for yourself and speaking your truth. And it could be to an authority figure. It could be to like a police officer or something. I don't know. It could be as simple as that. And it's like, there's chaos. We got to figure out what's going on. We're unsure what really happened. And it could have just been something like an argument with a boss, or like I said, an argument with an authority figure or a relative or a friend. Who knows? It's an air sign. I don't know, or has these qualities that you see as someone who's powerful, logical, something like that. Don't necessarily have to be an air sign, but has those attributes or those qualities. And it's like, with this, you could go up against opposition. It's like, I really don't want to deal with this, or I don't. And it could be saying that you want to leave a job, or you want to leave a living arrangement or something. There is this feeling of wanting to leave. Like, things need to change. Some kind of change needs to be made. And I think it's like, I need to leave, or something's not working and we need to stop messing with it. And it could be someone comes to you, like a boss or someone, and says, on a project, we've realized that things are just not working out and we're overwhelmed by it, and maybe we're spending too much money on this project, and we've come to the realization that we need to just drop the ball on it and leave it alone. And it makes a major change, and it's like, it's like, whoa, out of nowhere, they've come to you and saying, like if you're doing a project at school or at work or anything like that, and it's like out of nowhere, someone may show up and say, well, we've decided we're just going to stop. We don't see that it's producing anything, and it's just a waste of time, and we need to leave it behind and know that it just wasn't meant to be. It could be you leaving a relationship, a job, or whatever, or it could just be ending of a project. And it's like really worrying about, why didn't it work out? What's going on? It could be something like that as well. All right. Those are the kind of messages I get from this card, from the cards in this reading. Like a general idea that there is some kind of issue. I don't know if it's a relationship. I'm not sure if it's something at work, or if it's just a project or a venture, or an idea. It could simply be an idea that didn't take off, because these both can represent ideas and creativity. And maybe we're spending too much time and losing a lot of resources, and it's really overwhelming us, and we realize we've built something up and it's not working out. We have that realization, and you could get communication from someone, or you're communicating to someone that this is the problem, and we're just going to have to realize we're going to have to cut our losses. It's just not working out, and it's trouble, and I hate to see it go, and I'm kind of resistant to it, but we just have to be real that something's not working. And, we need to, man up and deal with the chaos and figure out what's going on. And we can be like a little confusion right here. We're unsure about what to do next or where to go from here. And it's like, we need to move on from this. And it's sad to leave it behind, but it's just not working out. Something's just not working out. And, we just have to cut our losses. And now we have to make plans and solutions to either, I don't know, necessarily fix it, or how to move on from here, into something else. It's not, because there is a chaotic feeling here with that Ace of Swords. And we really need to think rationally about moving forward and leaving behind the things that no longer serve us. All right, so I did pull some extra cards just to see if there was any other advice about the reading from the universe, and we had the black hole in reverse. And with the black hole in reverse, this speaks, it warns of an entity to avoid at all costs. This could be greed by manifest, by way of scams, debts, or financial burdens. See this? Financial burdens. And it can also be relationships that take without giving back. These entities might be a little bit harder to shake and get rid of. So this is something that's consuming you or taking from you, or just, it's like, I think of a leech, like it's bleeding you dry, and it's like really worrisome and it's troublesome. And you really need to have foresight and awareness and see that there's a problem, like trust your gut that something's not right. Could be someone's coming forth, giving you ideas, and they're really a scammer, or somebody's constantly taking from you, or a project. Like I said, something that's like a financial drain to you, whether like maybe you bought a house or a car, or invested in something, and now you've realized it's not really giving back. I'm just going deeper and deeper in the hole, and it's worrying me. So it's like that leech. It's eating at me. It's taking from me. It's sucking me dry. And I have to become aware and trust that my instincts are saying to me and my gut saying that, this is not going to go anywhere. There's something not right here. And I realize this. And with Saturn here, number 6, this is transition, responsibility, and adjustment. This is making that transition of realizing that we need to change something. We need to take responsibility and make adjustments so that we fix this problem or we move on. It's like the transition of hands. It's like it's time for change, is what it's saying. It's like it's time for a change. We're going to have to do it. So yeah, that's the reading for December for Pisces. Do understand this is a general reading. It does not always resonate with everyone. That's perfectly fine. If you would like a personal private reading with me, head on over to my Facebook page, Mystical Moon Tarot Readings. Book an appointment with me. I'd love to do a reading for you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching. And I send you so many blessings and lots of love. Have happy holidays. And I'm ready for the new year. I hope you guys are too. All right. Bye.